Pose number 4 for the missus. All right, moving on. I'm opening this in front of you. Just to let you know, you're all not going to get like Rudied. Reference to Rudy Kinirawan, the famous counterfeiter. Because I don't want to hear, hey Kyle, how do we really know that was Vosne Romanée in that bottle you were drinking? I mean, what you put some Mayomi in there or something before you shot the thing and blah, 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 blah. No, it's open. This is the wine. Magnien, Vosne Romanée, Champ Perdrix, 2023. What a cork. So, we recently had a business lunch. We're allowed to have business lunches, right? Yeah, we're allowed to have business lunches. A lot of the wine business runs on lunch, as do a lot of businesses. But instead of a 3 martini lunch, this was a 16 bottles of Frederic Magnien lunch, which I don't know which one's worse for you physically. This one sure felt much funner. More fun? Seriously though, we went to lunch with the importer and we tasted through 16 different bottlings from the great Frederic Magnien, and 2 or 3 of them, I was going to say something but it's not polite to say on video. We really enjoyed several of these wines, and we're going to feature a couple of them in the coming weeks. The first one we're going to feature was the absolute no-brainer, right? Vosne Romanée. Vosne Romanée. This is the village. Romanée Conti, Loire, the Gros family, the Monjars, the Meuniers, the Cille Tremblay, blah, 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 blah. This is the village in Burgundy. This is ground zero. This is the Holy Land. This is where it all emanates from. The greatest wines in Burgundy, to most people, the most aficionados, although Chambolle Musigny give you a run for the money, come from Vosne Romanée. So when we tasted the Vosne Romanée Champ Perdrix from Magnien this year at lunch with some delicious food, it stole the show. What a wine. This is gorgeous. And we already knew the story of the vineyard. But the thing is, even though you have a great vineyard with a great story, which I'll get to in a second, the wine still has to deliver. And it's all the more important in Burgundy based on Burgundy pricing. This is a wine I have to sell to you for $120 a bottle. I have to look you straight in the eye and say, this wine's an effing deal. You are stealing this wine at 120 bucks. And that's what I get to do straight-faced today. And when that happens, that's a beautiful thing, people. That means we had a hell of a lunch. So good. Anyway, one of the stars. Let's talk about Champ Perdrix, the vineyard. Champ Perdrix, named for the partridges that enjoyed this stony hillside above the greatest vineyards in Vosne Romanée prior to even being planted with vines. And Champ Perdrix is a unique site because it is the one site that in the old days, well, there's a couple of them, right? There's a trio of sites here, right? So let me rewind a little bit. You got the road, you got the town, you got some village bullshit, and then once you get past the town, you go straight into the run. Romanée Conti, Le Grand Rue, La Tâche. So you go straight into greatness, like literally across the street from Maxime's house. Where across the street, boom, you're in it. Like you're in it, man. And then you just slowly start making your way up the hill, and all the way up the hill, it's greatness, 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 greatness. And then you have like a little dividing point. You got that little road on the back end of La Tâche and Romanée Conti and La Romanée, little dirt road where the tractors go. And then the next vineyards to start up are these. And it's a trio. There's Champ Perdrix, there's Au Regnault, and there's Le Petit Mont. And I remember just being always charmed by Petit Mont. Jadot, maybe Drouin, was it Drouin as well? Had a great Petit Mont bottling in the 90s. And it was always stealth mode. It was always inexpensive because it was just village. But in fact, if you knew the landscape, you knew just how special these vines were. Now, the reason it was village is because of it was up the hill. Stony hillside, rough to grow on, difficult vineyard, cooler, and cooler. And when you got the cooler stuff, it didn't ripen fully. And in the lean years, full ripeness in Vosne Romanée was paramount because, why does everyone love Vosne Romanée? It's so spicy, it's so velvety and cinnamony and spicy. And if you don't have that, then you don't have Vosne Romanée. You have one of those other bullshit districts. But since the Climate change. Thank you, climate change. What's happened, these vineyards just above the great ones are now starting to reflect a little of the greatness of those sites below them. Actually, rewind, not a little, a lot. These wines are getting scary good from these three sites, from Regnault, Petit-Mont, and Champ Perdrix. And Magnien has a really nice parcel of Champ Perdrix. And now remember, this vineyard is directly above La Tâche, or what's considered Gaudichaud and La Tâche. So you got La Tâche, you got La Grande Rue, and then you have La Romanée and Romanée Conti. Fa-bam, fa-bam, fa-bam. And Champ Perdrix is like, boop, like right there. Well, the map will be on the offer so you can see everything, so you can dork out along with us. But this is seriously one of the great dork out vineyards in Burgundy. And we have a fabulous bottling from that vineyard at an incredible price today. Frederic is, he's the son of Michel Magnien, one of the great producers in Burgundy. And his operation is like négoce, but like, it's like domain. He's got full control over all the vineyards, has for years, farms everything biodynamically, super biodynamic. He's super organic, super down. He's a vineyard guy first. And in the cellar, he uses a great mix of aging vessels. Very important. He's always tinkering and trying to figure out which vessel is going to work best with which wines. Incredible story here. This wine was aged in 100% amphora. Burgundy plus amphora equals yum. This blew our minds. I thought, we were tasting it, drinking it, hanging out. Like, okay, yeah, was it Francois Frere barrels? Is he using, Tonneau Mercury? What's he doing? And it's, I look on the back, it's like, wine aged in amphora. Good Lord. I've never had a wine aged in amphora that's this silky and beautiful and stunning. If the end result of amphora is these wines from these vineyards produced and tasting like this, I'm in. Come in. Sign me up. This is why you drink Vosne Romanée. That's why Vosne Romanée is so effing expensive. Because with Vosne Romanée, your hit rate at these prices was so much greater in so many other villages in Burgundy. It was spicy, velvety. And this was the village, this is the area that made people go, I like Burgundy so very much. And brought out this whole array of wine weenies and varmints and collector dorks and this kind of deal that were willing to spend $8,000 for a bottle of wine. Justified? Nah, I don't know about $8,000, It's up to you. But this price for this wine, a bargain. Absolute bargain. Champ Perdrix, Frederic Magnien. God, this is just a fucking no-brainer. Sorry, I'm a little smitten by the wine. So if I'm not overly talkative right now, that's Tristan's fault. I was like, Tristan, should we open one of these? It's really expensive. He's like, yeah. So he was kind of like a enabler. And it's his fault that I'm not speaking very much about the story right now. So, we have access to this wine, man. Funny enough, this is not a wine where it's like, there's only 3 cases, you better hustle. But there's not gobs and gobs of it. This is Burgundy after all. I don't know how many amphora of this he produced. How big is an amphora in Burgundy anyways? Does anybody have any idea at all? I have zero. I have no clue. Someone chime in at some point if you can. But it's not endless, but we have a little bit of this. This is your chance to go hog wild on one of the greatest insider values in Burgundy today. Frederic Magnien's Vosne Romanée, Champ Perdrix. If the partridges loved it, you'll love it too.